everybody, welcome back to my anime react channel, Giz Anime. Today we're going to be watching Demon Slayer Season 2, Episode 9. Only 2 more episodes after this one are left of this season. It's a much shorter season than Season 1 was, which is pretty disheartening because the series is really incredible. Last episode we left off with meeting Gyutaro, Daki's parasitic brother that is essentially a part of her. I'm not sure if like they're actual siblings and somehow Muzan managed to fuse them together or something, but they have a really symbiotic like bond between each other. Like when Gyutaro somehow manages to reveal one of his eyes onto Daki so that he can see everything she's seen, because he's mentioned before that she's much weaker than he is. So he's basically able to help her out during the fight somehow. We also see them coordinate attacks together while Gyutaro is attacking Tengen below with Tanjiro. Daki shoots her belt through the roof, allowing Gyutaro to attack Tengen and Tanjiro better. So they have like that symbiotic mind meld type thing, you know, Borg ship, hive mind mentality, so that they can again coordinate attacks better with each other. Anyways, so during the fight, Tengen knows that, you know, he's got to cut off both their heads at the same time to get rid of them, which is kind of a given, obvious. And as Tengen and Tanjiro are fighting against him, Hinatsura, the wife that has been badly injured, manages to crawl over a roof and shoot out like this ballistic barrage of little kunais into the battlefield. And Gyutaro's like, are they regular knives or not? Because, you know, they're pointless if they are, so they shouldn't be, so I need to avoid them. And they end up being laced with some kind of poison that prevents them from being able to regenerate immediately. So Tanjiro has taken advantage of this and is about to slice off his head. That's where we leave the episode off at. So I highly doubt this episode is the finisher episode. It'll probably be next episode, and episode 11 will be like, you know, going over or setting up for the 3rd season. Hopefully we get a 3rd season. It'll probably be like another lull before the storm. Maybe an introduction to next or the 3rd season's villain or arc. But with that said, let's see how things progress in the fight this episode, and I'll see you there. Alright everybody, here we go. And I think I misspoke about this being the second to last episode for the fight, because this episode is called Defeating an Upper. So maybe this is the final episode for the fight.
Nope.
This girl came in clutch, too, with those kunais. Okay, so they're both going in for the kill. So, to prolong the fight, either Daki's got to come in somehow, or there's got to be another trick up their sleeve, because this does kind of look like the finishing move here on this end. That said, if they don't pay attention to the fight, like if Zenitsu and Inosuke aren't paying attention and they let this moment escape, because they got to kill her at the same time. So I'm assuming they're watching or somehow. And this episode will probably be like us watching them two fight Daki. And then we'll like kind of get to that final blow against Daki, because they're probably coordinating attacks at the same time. Because we're just watching, you know, this one fight. But we'll see how that happens. What I'm really interested to see, though, is if this is the final fight, what the next 2 chapters bring, because there's more episodes, left to, I guess, set up Season 3 than I thought there would be. Alright, a little backstory into, like, his brother or one of his siblings. Okay, his whole family. I guess it's like the grave that they pretty much all are at. This man had to witness a lot of his family die because of the way his father treated them. That is a tiny cup in that big man's hands. I mean, he was kind of literally thinking about them just a moment ago when he said he was going to drink with them, so possibly. They are all so beautifully animated, like it's ridiculous. Then you get all the leaves falling in the background from the trees. The only thing that would make it a little better is if like their hair was blowing through the wind too.
Huh?
Whoa, that's a pretty bold statement to make. A weird statement, I mean. I don't know why you would be going to hell, though. No, that's what I said.
Oh, it's so cute.
I bet she threw those in her hair. Yeah. Poor Makio just looking for attention. Doesn't want to be left out the loop, you know? You can't be showing favoritism like that. Okay, that's what I thought. There had to be a trick up his sleeve somehow. Well, this is definitely a really flashy attack. Is he going to help Daki?
Gotcha.
Yeah, Tengen is not going to sit back idly while they threaten one of his wives. That's probably a bad move on Gyutaro's part. But that's kind of what they want, though, in a sense. Because I think all three of the wives kind of feel like they were born to die for him. Maybe they don't want to die? Because, I mean, if they live together like this as normal people, that seems like a pretty fitting ending. Yeah, like I thought, he's not having that. Tanjiro has got to be feeling all kinds of pain. Like, this man is forcing himself to move through one hell of a brutal beating.
But I'm not done yet.
Look at him rattling his brain, trying to figure out a way to get to her to save her before he can hurt her. Mixing the two? Did he just take out his own eye? No way, right? Okay, his eye is not hurt. I thought his eye was hurt because of the way he was closing it right there. Yeah, combine the two. Don't forget, yeah, you got Tengen to contend with too. And he is not happy you just tried to kill his wife. Alright, are we going to get some more Inosuke and Zenitsu fight now? I hope. We're kind of leaving that battlefield a bit. Yeah, here we go. I was going to say, we've gone quite a while without seeing this, and I figured that we would get more of this fight than Tanjiro and Tengen with Gyutaro. See, that's what I thought. They are paying attention to the fight. That makes me really happy that during the battle, he has the presence of mind to at least pay attention to what they're doing too. So he knows that they needed to decapitate her at the same time.
We know that, you fool.
Inosuke cannot take this thinking. His brain is frying. Why can't you always be like this? In those cases, like, this is absurd. You're like this whining little coward, but when you're dead asleep, you're like this total badass, and I don't get it. Whoa, what was that? Okay, the fights are getting mixed up now. Man, too bad that Nezuko can't help again. I feel like her help would be like the deciding factor right here. Look at Zenitsu throwing out orders like that. The poison's definitely still affecting him too. Wow, and he's still attacking too. Right? She's gonna go help Tengen. I still feel like if they just stall out the fight long enough, daybreak would eventually come and they could just kill them through the sun. Inosuke's having a bit of an inner conflict with himself. I just wanted to do a little announcement that I am going to be doing a figure giveaway at 500 subscribers for a Super Masters Diorama 2 Trunks and Vegeta figure.
It's over 9,000! You enjoy it.
As a show of appreciation for the support that everybody's been giving me, all the comments everybody's been leaving, all the love from the anime community that I've been shown. I'm hoping to continue with what I'm doing and just to get better as I go to make the experience more enjoyable for everybody so that I can earn that sub from you. And like I said, at 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway for this figure. It is unopened, as you can see. So if you want to win that, then subscribe and just make sure that you're over 18 years of age and you live within the US. Because I don't know if I could afford the shipping outside. Like I said though, with that said, I appreciate all the support I've been given. Thank you very much. I will see you all next time. I'm not going to overthink it too much. They slowed down. That's what happened. End of story. Jeez, I hope so, because I mean, Tanjiro by himself almost beat her. So these three should definitely be able to. I would think it was Gyutaro's eye alone that's making it this much harder. Not to mention the fact that they gotta dodge any attacks that he slings at them too. Don't be late, my underlings. I like how he still sees himself as their leader. Oh, okay. We're getting some kind of major attack here. They're holding back the belt for him so that he can just focus all his power into one attack. Yeah, I feel like Zenitsu could do this by himself. He seems to be really the only one that can cut through these as well. Like at a consistent rate too. Come on, come on, come on, come on. She's getting in some licks, but he's just not having it. Yep. Zenitsu and Tanjiro are his defense. What are you talking about, woman?
You can do it!
This guy's just sawing her head off. That's so funny. And kind of grotesque, to be honest. That's the third time her head's been cut off. I still count when Tanjiro cut it off because she had to hold it on with that shit. Throw that shit across the yard somewhere.
Yeet!
Just smash it in the roof. Shut the hell up, bitch! I guess that's one way to not let her regenerate is by holding the head with him. I wonder if we're gonna see her body running after them. Oh, her hair can act like the belt. I wonder why they didn't do that anytime sooner. That's kind of interesting. The brother?
Oh shit!
How did he come out of nowhere? What in the world? This is the poison. How about the big hole in his chest? How about that? Yeah, where's Tengen? Tengen has...
Oh no!
Well, that's fucking not good.
one less arm. Oh wow, they are really going all out now. Hey everybody, if you're enjoying the reaction so far, I really appreciate it if you could hit that sub button down below. Leave a comment in the comment section and hit that like as well. And check me out tomorrow when I'll be watching Sabikui Bisco. I mean, if he didn't leave Tengen's side, then they wouldn't have killed Daki, or at least cut off her head, you know, so... Alright everybody, and that was the episode, and it was a pretty killer episode to say the least. So we get a lot of back and forth fighting. We also get a little bit of backstory with Tengen and his three wives. You know, we get like small moments where we see them together, pretty much just having like a really serene kind of life, a really humble, caring life where they're having like this back and forth banter between the three wives and Tengen. You know, they're sort of arguing, but in a loving way. And you can tell that there's a really deep connection between them. And then Tengen, for some reason, mentions, hey, one day I'm going to go to hell, which is kind of weird, but okay. So we see that the wives are really devoted to him, which is why, obviously, Hinatsura went up on the roof to help him, because she probably knew that, hey, I'm really weak, but if I can give him an edge, even for a moment, you know, I can try to do something other, as opposed to nothing, just watch him possibly die. During all of this, we see that Gyutaro throws out like another move where he creates like this kind of funnel of like these sickles that he has, or blood art, to where he has like this kind of really high defense, high tech type move, so that they can't get in and attack him. And during all of this, somehow they intercede with the fight going on with Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Daki. And Inosuke says, look, you know, let him 1v1 this dude real fast, and let's all three take her on and get her out the picture, you know, and then we can go all help take care of Gyutaro with Tengen. Well, things seem to work pretty well for a moment. They get the upper hand against Daki, end up beheading her once again. But at the same time, I guess during their fight, Gyutaro manages to finish off Tengen, or at least wound him to the point where he's unable to really fight any longer, because he's laying on the ground, one arm down, as Inosuke is running away with Daki's head. Gyutaro just pops up behind him and skewers him through the back. Things are looking pretty bad for our team. This episode was called Defeating an Upper, which I really thought, you know, this I guess was the final episode for the battle, but apparently not. It is the next episode, like I originally thought before seeing the title. And what I guess it meant was just, you know, those three beat Daki again, essentially, because let's face it, this girl has been beat so many times, it's ridiculous. The real problem is Gyutaro, her brother. This guy is absurdly powerful. And at the moment that Gyutaro gets her head, she unleashes like this massive attack with her belt. It just rips through a lot of the building. So there's probably a whole lot of wounded or dead people now. And we have Tengen on the ground, so I'm not sure if he's totally out now or if somehow he'll be able to get up and help a little more or not. I don't even know if he's down an arm for good, or if they'll be able to reattach that somehow with some kind of healing art that they know of. I don't know. Yeah, there's really not much else to go on. It's just, again, the majority of the episode is just a fight back and forth. But it's going to be really interesting to see how they pull this off next episode. So with that said, I will catch you all next time.
Da